What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sunday Fun Day here at Michigan Tropicals. I'm your host, Michael. There I go on the camera. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm still learning StreamYard, which it's going to take me a little bit more time because I don't actually go live very often. But we are definitely getting it down. Today, I want to take you guys around, show you some of the stock that we do have left. This was a very, very big week for us. So a lot of our really cool stuff has already um, been sold, but we still do have some really cool stuff that we can show you some up and coming plans and how things are going, and enjoy the last 40-ish minutes of our workday. So I don't know. Here we go, comments. So if there's any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, you guys can drop them down in the comments, and I will answer them for you and get this stream going. So I have, as you can see over here on this side, I have a tank camera just because you can't flip the cameras around on StreamYard. So we now have another camera that's up that will display the tanks to you with. So what I will do is, I'm sure people want to see tanks. So what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll prop this one up for the tanks. And I'll take this one. I'm going to have to mute All right, sorry about that, guys. I lost my audio. So I was in the middle of showing you guys everything, so I apologize if you didn't hear what I was saying. But we got a Chevy. All right, cool. So this tank's gonna be hard to see because of the glare. We don't have tint on the window just yet. But we got Phoenix, the Fire Eel, the Black Ghost Knife, nice big beautiful blue Phantom. As you see, it's pouring out. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to carry both of them. So that way, yeah, that'll work. Turn the volume down on this one. Shouldn't have feedback. Yeah, we like to stock the big stuff. I like to stock the unique stuff. So here's a shot of Jambo. Jambo is our Mabu puffer, for those of you who don't know. Jambo in Swahili means hello, I believe it is. I should know that a little bit better. But he's one of our stored pets. That was one of the announcements that we were going to make, is that we have this 240 gallon that will be his future home, which is pretty awesome. We are just waiting and making sure that 100% the seals are not going to fail us, because we don't want to get it all set up and put thousands of dollars into it to lose it. So we're just making sure 100% that we're good to go before we put him in there. We did get some of these stock tubs here. These are going to be for our koi for the summer. So we'll have multiple different types of koi. So that's cool. We got one wild Oscar here and a Mayan right here. So this guy's pretty cool. Those are both wild pot. We have baby jaguar cichlids hiding in there. A wild paw jaguar cichlid who has a little bit of an attitude. We have some Honduran jaguar cichlids, good size too. Of course, the infamous water snappers here. We got the Eastern Haps, the Eastern Happies. These guys are wild caught. And yes, they're fed. They're fed a lot. Actually, for the blacks, black soldier. Not sure the question, I guess. Do you have any food production for the black soldier? So I'm not sure exactly what your question was, 100%.
Specified tanks for food.
Oh, okay. So for most puffers that we stock, we do have breeders that breed us mystery snails as a snack. And for shrimp, we feed them salad shrimp, salmon, tilapia, mussels, all kinds of different things. So they get a lot of, he gets a lot of homebred stuff along with processed foods from the store, frozen foods. So this tank looks like heck because I've been destroying it all day. It's shrimp, but we have blues. This is our Neocaridina shrimp, so I'll be a little bit more specific. We have reds, oranges, we have realies, blues, all types of different little neocardinas, and we have some of the cutest little babies. Let me see if I can find you guys one really quick. I know they're everywhere, but to be able to give you guys a good shot on one, I'm going to look here. Oh, here you go. This goes to show you how small they are. I don't even know if the camera will focus. I'm going to set this. And then if you look here, you see how big my finger is. This little guy. Cute little butt. We got flower sharks. We have yo-yo loaches and coolie black coolie loaches. Those are back in stock. There's a couple of sparkling grommies. There they go. And this tank is messy, so I apologize. But we have longfin Oscars, tiger Oscars, albino Oscars, chili red Oscars. Everybody's been begging for Oscars, so we brought in a lot. Of course, our dark water tank. This is where we keep all of our female betas. And we sold out of them this week, I believe. I don't think we have a single one left. Just our albino, our snow white bristlenose. There we go. It looks a little different color because of the tannin, but that thing is white as white can be. All right, what do we got up here? We have green terrors. Got a decent amount of green terrors. Polar and ops. That's our breeding blue polar parrots. And this tank I leave alone as well because these guys breed prolifically for me, and it's best to just, if it's working, don't mess with it. So we have a breeding pair of veil angels. These guys are partially wild caught. So one of their parents was wild caught. And the same thing with these guys. These guys are very good breeders for us. They're just silvers. I'm trying to get my angelfish population built back up because that was one thing that it got me in the hobby, and I absolutely loved it. And so I'm just starting that again. We have, from back in the day, we're able to recoup one of our breeding lines of AH. So a customer of mine bought some of AH's brothers and sisters, and he actually got them breeding, and he no longer could keep them. And as you can see, she's plump. She's got some eggs there. So I have a feeling with the rain that we're getting right now and a nice cold water change that I'm about to do before I leave, might come back into some babies, which I'm really hoping. So these are AH's relatives, brothers and sisters. Yes, angelfish are absolutely beautiful. So this is the line, and I'll explain that to you really quick. So this is the line that I was working on. I like the big head, and I love the single stripe. This guy's not really showing his stripe right now just because I think that being that they're both males, the other one's dominant than the other. But they will get a super, super, super black stripe down their side, as you can see, and it's just one. So what my project is I'm going to keep both of these. Kind of the same scenario when we were setting up the shop. I had to sell everything that I possibly could to make the shop happen, which a lot of people know that in it. I thank everybody for the ones who bought all my projects and are now giving back. It brought me back into my project mode, so I thank you all so much. But the goal with this is to take a platinum and breed a platinum with a silver to keep one of the stripes, but make a bright white angel with one solid black line from the top fin to the bottom. I haven't seen it before. I think it would be really, really cool to do. So that's just a project that I've been working on. I think I worked on it for about 2 years before I sold all the fry. But they're back, and I am happy. So here is the pain in the butt shark bite. As you see, his head's healing up nicely. We're treating it almost daily. It's closing up nicely. So we expect a full recovery 100% and for him to be in Chicago. So that will be awesome. We're not going to take him to Texas, to Dallas. So we're going to be taking in different fish. But as you see here, we have Aquarium Co-op merch. One of his shirts that I got from Corey when we were down in Orlando. We got some of Lucas Brett's pictures or his posters there. And we got some informational stuff, some little wall art. Just kind of a bare wall, so we decided to throw something up on there. We see our Burundi female, who's been very, very productive for us. She's gave us, I think, 5 consecutive spawns. Unfortunately, some of the spawns were not kept in the proper tanks, being that we're more of a store than we are a breeding facility. Some of them got put with different fish, which made them no longer with us. So that's unfortunate, but it happens. We do have some of their fry now. We're taking extreme care of them, making sure that they get a full life, full grown out. So there's our Black Widow. That's our male. So they are Burundi Black Widow cross. So I'm going to make some really cool stuff with that. We do have 2 more Frontosas in here. I'm not sure on the sex. They're about 3.5, 4 inches. We're going to grow those guys out and see what they are. Maybe we have another breeding pair. It'd be cool to get another pair going. So, as you see here, we've got our Extreme is back in stock. There's some of it we're already sold out of because you guys are merciless on me with the Extreme foods, which I love it. I just have to order even more than I did, which was pretty crazy. This was a pretty big order. We're already sold out of a lot of stuff. So there's that. We got our sponge filters back in stock. Of course, Seachem. There's a lot of stuff with Seachem that we're already sold out of, which is amazing. We did bring in some more air pumps. We brought in some nursery boxes, some circulation pumps. Oh, I'm not allowed of the circulation pumps. We got battery backup pumps. These are amazing. I would definitely recommend them if you have 1 or 2 tanks. They plug into the wall, so you lose power and it kicks on. So there's a fail safe. You know, it's just awesome. Awesome little backup. So we've got some nursery boxes over there and a specimen container, large 2-way breeding box. We have Pleco banquet blocks. We got them by the boatload. There's actually more in the back. So Pleco wafers, a couple different types, massivore, sinking carnivore, nets. We have thermometers back in stock. It's a little baby station that we made up. Got brine shrimp, pre-mix, so it has salt in it already. We've got eggs, and we have instant. And then we have Fritz, got the Marison 2, and the P back in. Hillary's tank is finally done and completed. We did a custom overflow box that actually says Michigan Tropicals on one of the corners, but it's hard to see because I didn't clean it yet. That's their job. So this is going to be their saltwater aquarium for home. So once that's gone and this 60-gallon is gone, we got 4 of these awesome tubs, polyester blue tubs from a customer of mine. And that's actually who I got them from, was Ben. So we're going to set those up as our koi tanks for the summer. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We do have more fish. Some of the tanks are kind of dirty, and I don't want to get slammed for natural looking tanks. I know some people like it, some people don't. So I'm going to just pan around for a little bit, and then we'll do some feeding. We got about 15 minutes left before we're out of here for the day. So I'm going to start my feedings. If you guys want to come along, you're more than welcome to. And then we'll end off our Sunday fun day. I appreciate everybody who stopped in today. You guys, the support is overwhelming, and I love it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. It's awesome. I love this hobby so much. I appreciate every single one of you. All the new subscribers, thank you. I'll do my best to make sure you guys get constant content and content that you like. So what I'm going to do, this tablet's actually, because I got it on my tablet, it's actually about 5% left. So it may die on us. So if it does, then it does. So I will set you guys back up right there. And I will grab some food. Where did I put it? What's going on, Brock? Oh my goodness. And go through and do some food here. Now we feed extreme and only extreme, other than live foods and some other types of foods. It's all extreme. We absolutely love our extreme foods, and so do our fish. They're a great makeup of natural balanced foods, specifically for our aquarium fish. They have multiple different types. I like to feed sinking first to pretty much everybody, because we have plecos, we have snails, we have bottom feeders. Big angelfish, of course, like this will eat the pellets. Tory cats love it. We have, excuse me, Chattanooga Ed's favorite, Gadiad. This is the Splendens Gadiads. I'm not sure if you guys can even see this. I'm sorry. Yeah, angelfish can be kind of mean. It just depends on tank mates and the sex of it. Look at this natural Kuhaku tank. Look at all that algae. Look at all that healthiness. That is such a healthy tank. This is probably one of the healthiest tanks in the whole store, honestly. I love it. I love the natural. I mean, I understand there's a lot of hair algae in there, but it's so cool. If I had the time and the patience and dedicated plant only sale tanks, and I didn't just dump plants in all these different tanks, I would literally set every single one of these tanks up fully planted 100%, and just use them as, like, they're sale tanks, of course, but I'd use them as like a display too. Like, I think it would be so awesome to walk in the store and it'd be just nothing but green. That's all you see is green. But the reality of it, as a store, you're digging in these tanks every single day, chasing the fish around. So it's just unpractical to do really nice full displayed tanks and not destroy them every single day. And a big thing for retail is, oh yeah, the albino prevents it. The big thing with time in a store is, I mean, I'd hate to say it this way, but time is money. And for me, I'm trying to automate as much as I can, like automated water changes, help as much as possible from employees, which, Jake, we miss you, buddy. And we can't wait for you to get back. Be careful on them windmills, because we need you back in one piece. But it's a lot to run an aquarium store. You think having a couple tanks at home is tough? Try taking care of 100 or more. It's definitely time consuming, and if you don't have some stuff automated or help, your family time goes out the window, your free time goes out the window, and the love for the hobby is still there at some point, but at some part of it, you still love the hobby. But when you find yourself doing more work than you are enjoying it, it can get very discouraging. And so by having help and automating as much as you can, it frees up a lot of your time. Like, I have, I think, over 100 tanks here in the store now. I think we just hit over 100 tanks with the new setups. And it's not too bad. Like, we run 8 to 9, maybe sometimes 10-hour days. And I mean, it's easy. You know, it's not super easy, but it's easy enough to make it pleasant to do. Um, it's pleasant to have the store and have great customers. I appreciate every single customer. I could say that 100 million times because I am very, very grateful and very, very thankful for my customers. Um, so the way we're going to be automating a lot of stuff is our heating and cooling system is already automated. We already have a system set up where, because it can get hot and it can get cold in here. And so, I'm sorry, I'm not even showing you guys what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to going so quick that I know from feeding the store so many times that how much each tank should get, um, and how many times to feed them. Um, but to set up your store as automated as possible, our heating and cooling system is automatic and it learns off of us. So the more we kind of adjust the temperature within certain times, the system learns. So I have it set up an hour before we open. The temperature, if it's say in the middle of the winter, the temperature will drop to make it no longer 84 in the store, but more or less, there I am. It won't be 84. So when you come into the wintertime, you're not like choking because it's so hot. I'm very lucky that there's not a lot of humidity in here. I think our humidity says somewhere around 35 to 40%. So that's pretty awesome. I'll get some smacking here in just a second. We're gonna get to the fish that smack. So about an hour before we open, the heat shuts off to allow it to get to about 72 to 74. It generally never drops that fast, which is good because you don't want your temperature to drop too fast. The tanks, they generally don't really drop too much in temperature, maybe a degree or two. So it's no different than in the wild. The sun comes up, sun goes down, temperature goes up, temperature goes down. It's very natural. There you go. You guys can see up there. You guys are enjoying the tank cam. Um, then, right at 8 o'clock, it is designed to crank the heat back up to 84. So we use a lot less electricity with the tank heaters trying to keep them tanks warm. So that does everything, all that by itself. Here we go. Here's some tank poppers. Come on. Go, family. Okay, they're not popping like I wanted them to. So let's go to some for sure water poppers. Here we go. All right. Pretty cool. Didn't even realize there was a big Kenya in there. I need to move it. Kenya. I'm not sure what you guys call them. It's kind of like potato. Pamita, for those of you who live in Michigan and know what I'm talking about. All right. It's everybody that gets to over there. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Good. Hey, Mom, how you doing? I adopt people here. I do. I adopt moms all over the place. This is my Dean Jr. For those of you who don't know, this is Benjamin. He's one of my local breeders, and a good buddy. And of course, Mom is one of my breeders as well. Don't want to leave her out. Yeah, I call Ben my Dean Jr. because he literally operates just like Dean does, and that's the way we want to run our store. We want to run our store. As weird as it sounds, as much kind of like Aquarium Co-op because he gives out a lot of great information, and if it's working, why change it? learn what they're doing for success and try and copy it as much as possible. And Corey gives out that information for a reason, so that way he can see other local fish stores survive and thrive. And that's all we're trying to do here as a aquarium store, is to survive and thrive and issue awesome deals and discounts to the hobbyists that love it. And even if you're not a hobbyist and maybe you just have a goldfish tank, we want to give you guys the best deal for you and your family. That's our overall goal. Breeding bristlenose colony. It's a big one. I just spooked him. Okay, I think I'm going to take you guys, I'm going to point you guys upward because this place is a mess, but I think I'm going to take you in here and show you our wild sailfin mollies. I'm going to feed them here so they come up to the top. Sure. Come on. No, don't run. That's our wild sailfin molly group. We've got some Maltese. This is our breeding facility in the back room. Got our Maltese going crazy. Our albino 333 king tigers. Got 6 of them in there. And this is a L236. It's not the super white, it's the regular. It's we think it's a male, but it's really badly loaded. So we're gonna quarantine it and get it back to health. If you consider breeding and supplying fish stores as a business model instead of owning a store, I dabbled into supplying red cherry shrimp. Okay, so yes, yeah. So me and my fiance at the time had a very large garage. It was a 5-car garage, 2 cars in the back, 3 cars in the front. I converted the back 2-car garage into my fish room. I had 148 tanks when I took my room down, and they were all set up. A lot of the tanks were either breeding or grow out. If it wasn't making babies, then I sold it. Looking back now, I wouldn't be able to have the relationship that I have with my friends as I do now, because a lot of my customers have became friends, like family to me. So if I wouldn't have done the store, there's a lot of great people out there that I wouldn't, in my opinion, I don't believe I would have met. So owning a store, I gained a lot of friends. As a beneficial, as far as profit aspect of it, I should have done wholesale. I should have continued to breed and done wholesale and sell to stores like I was, sell online. I could have just done an online only system. I should have probably done that. It would have probably been the better option. But I enjoy helping people more than anything. I mean, a lot of our prices are extremely low. A lot of our prices are, and then these are for high quality fish. It's not for, just the run of the mill fish that has a broken back from Myers, because the wholesalers don't care and they just scoop you out 10 of whatever you order and slap it in a bag, and then Myers slaps it in their tank and they're like, oh, there's 5 of them that are bad quality, and people feel bad for them and they buy them anyways. But it's just not how I like to work. I like to get the best quality, best health, and also try and do the best price. So I should have stuck with wholesale and breeding. I think that would have eventually worked out better in the long run, because I don't mind saying it. It probably costs somewhere around $5,000, an easy $5,000 for us every 2 weeks, just on bills for the store, like rent, electricity, insurance, internet, restocking the fish and the dry goods. So our monthly spendings are probably somewhere around $10,000 to $12,000 a month. And being that I don't upcharge a lot, I don't make a lot. So there's days that I know that I'm coming in for free. Like on our slow days, our Mondays and our Tuesdays, I say I work for free just because even if we made, say, $600, that money has to go towards bills first. Everything, being a store owner, bills come first. They come before lunch. They come before a lot of things. You know, you find yourself in the beginning where you might have to eat ramen noodles because you're literally developing a customer base. And I don't care if you've been doing online for 2 or 3 years and you have a good customer base. When you start up a local fish store, there's only so many people in your area that know about you. So when you do go local, you have to blast your company out there and market as much as you possibly can, just to become noticed, to be able to survive. For me, I know that because that's exactly what I did. I was online for a couple of years, had a great customer base, and I transferred over from online to retail. I still do sell stuff on eBay. I do still sell some stuff on our social media accounts, which is great. But um, you know, you have to do that online. You have to keep going online just to keep yourself thriving until you have a very big name in the area and you're busy. If you're not making, and this may be different for different towns or cities or states, but in my opinion, if you're not making close to $800 a day, you won't make it. You'll give up eventually. I've been doing this for 2.5 years retail in our retail store, and there's been times when I've been working out of my house, wanted to give up, and there's also been times I've been working retail and want to give up. There's a lot of scary things that you need to prepare for regardless. You have to prepare for rainy days. You have to prepare for pandemics, clearly. I was only open for 1 month and our whole entire state got shut down. And fortunately, in that first month, I made enough money to be closed for 3 months. And one day I just said, you know what? We're essential and I don't care what anybody says. I'm putting my foot down and I'm opening my store back up because that's my right. If I'm an essential business owner and I'm going to really do this, then I am going all out and I'm going back to work. And I did. And the only time we've really been closed for an extended period of time was for our remodel. And our remodel, we were closed for 3 weeks. So, you know, you have to have a nest egg. You have to have something built up to be able to say, okay, it's a beautiful week. We've been trapped in our houses from wintertime. And now it's beautiful out. So a lot of people are out mowing their lawns. They're going to the beaches. They're going on vacation. They're doing things that they don't normally get to do because it's now warm out. And for fish stores, it knocks a lot of your customers down to whereas say you're used to making say $800 a day, down to maybe $200 or $300 a day. And that's, like I said, that's different for every single store, different state, different city. It's different for everybody as far as how much you make daily. That's not what I'm saying I make daily. I may make more, I may make less. Every day is different. You may get a guy who comes in here and says, hey, I want a 1,000-gallon acrylic tank, custom made. Here's $10,000 down. You never know. It happens. It's happened here before. We've had a 480-gallon built custom. Absolutely amazing to work with that customer. And I appreciate working with them every single time they come in. They're still a faithful customer, and I will hope that they are a faithful customer long into the future. So you have to prepare. So we did get our website up, and we almost had it running. But unfortunately, our Square account has malfunctioned for some reason. Right as soon as we went live, it started asking us for verification codes, and we sent the verification nodes through notifications through text message, like it required. And for some reason, the text messages weren't coming through. And when they did finally come through, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. So we were already sleeping. We kind of gave up on it. Um, and those verification codes, of course, expired, and it was a big headache. That's why we're fighting so hard for a website. It's taking us so long to get the website up, because we're just having technical difficulties. It'd be easier to pay somebody, but it is a lot of money to pay somebody to run a website for you. That being said, our Square system itself has messed up and kind of locked us out temporarily until tomorrow morning, Monday at 8, when we call them to get our access back. Everything still works properly. We're still able to take payments. We're still able to run cards and stuff, but we're not able to pull from the account right now. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. No big deal though. How's it going, Scuba? Good to see you, bro. I'm just getting ready to hop off here towards the end of our stream. I'm assuming that our website will probably be up probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not making promises because I've said this multiple times before. But in the middle of running a business, a family, and everything else in life, it's not so much a back burner thing, because we do work on it every single night. It's just a big task. Good thing is once we get this all set up and done, it actually automatedly runs by itself. So when we check stuff out at the counter, it pulls it off the website. And when stuff sells off the website, it notifies us for us to pull that item when we get to the store in the morning, and it automatically takes it out of the system. So it's fully automated. That's actually awesome. It's the best way to do things. Yeah, Scuba, thanks for stopping in, buddy. I plan on releasing a video probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not going to try and get too crazy with the lives. One live a week, every Sunday Funday. Other than that, maybe a special occasion here or there for like Aquashella or at an expo or some sort of fish convention. I'll probably go live then, but I'm going to stick to just doing my videos. I know I haven't posted a video last week, but we've been super busy, and so is our editor. So, but there will be more videos coming soon. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share to your friends. If there's something in particular that you've been looking at or can't find, please shoot us a message. We will definitely do the best we can to find it. And thank you all again for tuning in. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Sunday, and take care. Bye, everybody.